You have to see this. Samsung did it, everybody. This is the new Galaxy Z Fold 7, and you can just see how thin this thing actually is. And here it is open next to the last generation Galaxy Z Fold 6, and it finally doesn't look the same. The difference is huge. I got to check out this phone a little early at Galaxy Unpacked, but I left the event blown away, and I was also disappointed at the same time. Let me explain. But if you are interested in these new Samsung phones, I'll leave some links down below for discounts and huge trade-ins, so make sure you jump on these deals before they're gone. So let's jump into the Galaxy Z Fold 7 because this is the foldable that I've been waiting for from Samsung. To be honest, Chinese manufacturers are eating these large brands for breakfast when it comes to foldables. And last year, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 was good, but I think many, including myself, were disappointed because it was basically the same phone that was more powerful. But this year, this is a different story. It has a lot of improvements that I definitely wanted. You get a much bigger cover display in every way. It's taller, has a new 21:9 aspect ratio, so it's wider, has 120 Hz refresh rate, and is covered by Gorilla Glass Victus 2. I'm really excited about this because this is going to be much easier to type on and just use in general, so this is a much welcome change for everyday use. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 is still a great foldable, but compared to Oppo, Honor, and Vivo, it just didn't have that wow factor when it came to the hardware. But this year, check out the difference. The new Fold 7 is 8.9 millimeters when folded compared to the Fold 6's 12.1 millimeters, and it's way more drastic in person. And when open, the Fold 7 now is just 4.2 millimeters thin versus the 5.6 millimeters on the Fold 7. So this is that generational leap that I was looking for. To show just how thin this phone is, here's the Galaxy S25 Ultra, and check this out. With the Fold 7 closed, they are definitely comparable, so now you don't have to sacrifice bulk to get a foldable smartphone, so I think this is a huge deal. And here it is next to the thinnest smartphone that Samsung makes, the Galaxy S25 Edge, and this is just to show you how manageable the Fold 7 is, so I think you'll be blown away when you hold it in your hands. To make this happen, there is a brand new hinge with updated armor aluminum, and the new Flex hinge also fixes another issue that brings this foldable up to par with other manufacturers, and that is the crease. The Fold 6's crease is very noticeable and fairly deep, but on the Fold 7, while you can still see it, it's a nice improvement, and it definitely feels smoother too on your fingers, so excited to use this as a daily driver. I don't know if you noticed, but the Galaxy Z Fold 7 now has a much larger 8-inch inner display versus the 7.6-inch display on the Z Fold 6, and it's still very bright at 2600 nits peak brightness, so all the displays got a bump up. It is also notably lighter too at 215 grams, so that is 24 grams lighter than last year's Galaxy Z Fold 6. And even though it's much thinner, they did manage to put the same battery at 4,400 milliamp hours. Now, I would have loved to see silicon carbon battery tech debuted here, but we haven't seen that on a Samsung smartphone yet. But as soon as I get this, I'll definitely test it to tell you if the battery is better or worse, but I can't see it being worse because this is being powered by the more efficient but more powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy. So this is the most powerful chipset that you can get as of right now, so this should be a snappy and top-tier experience paired with 12 gigabytes of RAM on the base model with 256 gigabytes of storage, but it does come in 512 gigabytes and 1 terabyte options, with the 1 terabyte being paired with 16 gigabytes of RAM. If you are wondering, you still get the same 25-watt wire charging and wireless charging with reverse wireless charging, so no upgrades on that front. And you get the same IP48 water resistance as well, so it's good for freshwater submersion up to 1.5 meters. Android 16 with One UI 8, Bluetooth 5.4, Wi-Fi 7, and side-mounted fingerprint scanner round out the hardware side of the new Galaxy Z Fold 7. There are 3 standard colors for the Galaxy Z Fold 7. The first one is the jet black, and this is the same color that we have seen with other Samsung flagships, so it looks really good in person. It's very stealthy, and you can't go wrong with black smartphones. Now, the second one is my personal favorite, and that is the blue shadow. I don't think the camera is really doing it justice here. It depends on the light, but it can be very vibrant. It pops, so I'm definitely going for this one. And the third color is Silver Shadow. This is a classic color as well, and it looks clean, so let me know which one that you're going for. But there is one more, and that is Mint. That is more of a Tiffany blue color, and it really pops this year. So I don't know, this might be the best color, so let me know in the comment section below which one that you're gonna pick up. The last big upgrade that I'm excited to talk about is the camera system, and I'm happy to say that we're getting more of an ultra-like experience here because this has a 200 megapixel main camera like the Galaxy S25 Ultra, so that is a big deal. The telephoto camera remains at 3x, so the Galaxy S25 Ultra can breathe. It still retains that flagship camera title. And there is a 12 megapixel camera to round out that triple camera system, and the 10 megapixel front-facing camera, it does get an upgrade with wider 100-degree field of view in comparison to the 10 megapixel front-facing camera on the inner display, which is 85 degrees. So I'll make sure to test that out on the upcoming camera comparisons. But I am glad to see flagship level features on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. You get up to 8K 30 frames per second. No 4K 120 though, from what I can see, even on Pro Video mode, but 8K 24 frames per second is here in video mode. But I'm also happy to report that HDR video is here in the camera app, also with log recording as well, up to 8K, which is amazing. It might not have every feature that the Galaxy S25 Ultra does, but this is the most powerful camera system on a foldable so far from Samsung. So I can't wait to test this, so make sure that you subscribe for those camera comparisons and the full review after a couple of weeks. So that was the part where I was blown away, but I did mention some things that I was disappointed in, and the first one is the price. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 now starts at a whopping $2,000, so that is an increase over the Fold 6. Now, don't get me wrong, we live in a world of tariffs and all this other stuff, but I'm not sure the exact reason for the price increase, but I would definitely take advantage of those trade-ins and discounts because that does make it much easier. Second was the Galaxy Z Flip 7. The all-new full-screen display looks absolutely stunning, and normally I really gravitate towards the Flip because I always think this is the best bang for buck when it comes to their foldable lineup. But this year it's being powered by the Exynos 2500, and while I haven't tested it yet, and it could surprise me, I have a feeling that this could be a worse experience than the Galaxy Z Flip 6 with the Snapdragon processor, so I hope Samsung proves me wrong. I will be getting this phone to review as well, so make sure you stay tuned. And Samsung also announced the Galaxy Flip FE, and I was really excited about this one because this was supposed to be that one that is affordable to get more of these flip phones into people's hands, and it has an older design as well, and it ended up being $899 powered by the Exynos 2400. So I'm not sure why you would buy this over something like the Galaxy Z Flip 5 or 6 with the Snapdragon processor, so it really didn't make that much sense to me. Okay, and one last thing. There is no digitizer layer on the Galaxy Z Fold 7, so S Pen fans, you're out of luck. No S Pen support on the Galaxy Z Fold 7. But I want to end this video on a positive note because they also had some incredible new Galaxy watches, and I think that this is one of the best Galaxy Unpacked events in a long time. And the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is exactly what Samsung needed to get people interested in foldables again. This definitely has that wow factor, and I think when you hold it in your hands, you're really going to be blown away, especially if you're a Samsung fan. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I can't wait to go pick up my Galaxy Z Flip 7 and Z Fold 7. Time needs to hurry up. See you soon.